cities in the UK are equal. And when you're planning your move and trying to evaluate which university is the best for you, it's not just the universities you should be evaluating, it's also the cities that they are based in. After all, you will be living in that city for at least a year, and to be very honest, your time and how you experience it is going to largely depend on the nature or the vibe of that city, right? When you aren't studying, you could either be soaking in the nightlife, going hiking, enjoying the cultural scene, or you could be sitting in a dead city doing absolutely nothing. Even worse, some employers might not even favor that city, reducing your odds of landing that job after you're done graduating. Which is why, when you're evaluating colleges, it is extremely important that you also evaluate the cities that they're based out of. And that's why in today's video, we're talking about the top 10 cities in the UK to study based on the university rankings, the desirability rankings, how much employers like those cities, and the overall cost of studying in these cities. With that, I'm Ashika and let's dive in. Leeds is the largest city in the county of West Yorkshire and it kicks off the list at number 10. It's also home to two top ranking universities, the Leeds University and the Leeds Beckett University. Leeds is one of the UK's fastest growing cities, known for its thriving business, culture and sport. The average cost of studying in the UK for international students is $18,900, ranking it 84th in terms of affordability and 67th in terms of desirability. In terms of employer activity ranking, Leeds ranks 78th. The city of Robin Hood, Nottingham is at number 9, which is renowned for its University of Nottingham, which has branches in Malaysia and China. Although tuition fees are high for international students, rent and living costs are a lot lower than other student cities like London and Manchester. Studying in Nottingham will cost international students an average of $19,300 per year in tuition fees. Apart from a large student community, Nottingham also enjoys its own share of late-night bars, clubs, restaurants, making it a haven for students from around the world. Nottingham also hosts a range of top graduate employers, with several large companies such as Speedo, Boots, Siemens, and Capital One having their headquarters based out of Nottingham. The city also has a strong bioscience industry which employs plenty of graduates every year. Other booming industries in Nottingham include the textiles industries, manufacturing, retail and pharmaceuticals, which hire Nottingham's graduates, lending it an employer activity ranking of 82 and a desirability ranking of 61. At number 8, we have one of UK's most beautiful cities, Bristol, which is also home to two top universities which rank within the first 1,000 universities in the world, the University of Bristol and the University of West England. Often acknowledged for its student lifestyle, nightlife and friendliness, Bristol boasts of an active LGBTQ scene and is home to the Bristol International Balloon Fiesta every August, which is the biggest hot air balloon event in Europe. Ranking 74th in the world for employer activity, Bristol is often touted as a city, if not one of the top, but one of the most highly sought after recruiting grounds amongst graduate employers. If you're planning on staying in Bristol after graduation, industries such as aerospace, engineering, creative media, electronics, technology, financial services are on the lookout for talented and skilled graduates. The average international student's fee is approximately $30,500 and it's ranked 73rd in terms of desirability. At number 7 is UK's second largest city, Birmingham. Birmingham is located in the heart of the country and is also UK's largest centre of higher education outside London, home to 5 universities, 2 of which rank among the top 500 in the QS World Rankings, the University of Birmingham and Aston University. Birmingham boasts of nightclubs, bars, restaurants, theatres, art galleries and museums, all making for the perfect cultural scene. Birmingham ranks 94th in terms of affordability, largely because of its high cost of living and high tuition fees. On an average, tuition fees for universities in Birmingham will cost students approximately $22,700. Birmingham today is a booming financial and commercial center which has lent it the 79th position in terms of employer activity. In terms of desirability, Birmingham ranks 50th. At number 6, we have Newcastle upon Tyne. Newcastle is home to 3 top universities of the QS World University Rankings and is also home to the Durham University, which ranks 92nd. Named after the castle at the city centre, the city was once an important industrial centre for coal mining, engineering and shipping during the 19th century. Newcastle's brilliance continues to shine on for engineering to this day, with award-winning structures such as the Gateshead's Millennium Bridge. Newcastle upon Tyne ranks 58th globally in the desirability indicator, reflecting its high standard of living. The city ranks 92nd for affordability this year due to an inexpensive cost of living compared to other UK student cities. As with most English cities, tuition fees are expensive for international students, costing approximately $24,000. In terms of employer activity, the city ranks 83rd. The fifth spot is taken up by the home of the University of Warwick and the home of the University of Coventry. The city has a long history of leadership in manufacturing and design, which lends itself to its universities, making it a highly coveted destination for employers. Coventry ranks number 55 to be precise in the world for employer activity. It actually boasts of great prospects for its graduates, particularly in the design and manufacturing sector. Tuition fees at universities in this city average at around $21,200 per year for international students, and the desirability rank for Coventry is 75. Although tuition fees are relatively high for international students, rent and living costs are lower compared to other student cities in the UK, such as Manchester and London. Some of the other perks of studying in Coventry include a lower crime rate, more affordability, and a much larger multicultural vibe in the city versus other student cities. If you're still with me, don't forget to hit subscribe, and if I haven't covered any top city that you are looking at, let me know in the comments section below, or let me know which city you're looking at. And number 3 is Manchester, with 3 of its universities featured in the QS World Ranking, and its very own, the University of Manchester, being ranked number 28 in the whole world. Part of the attraction to the universities in Manchester is its world-class universities, and the other lies largely due to its lively student scene. Named as one of the top 30 best cities to live in the world this year, Manchester is famous for its music scene. Manchester ranked 37th in the world for employability and 93rd in terms of affordability, making it one of the most affordable options in Europe. The average international fees is $21,700. In terms of desirability, Manchester is ranked as the 35th most desirable city. Scotland's largest and most popular city, Glasgow, also comes in tied at number 3 with Manchester because of 3 of its universities which feature in the QS World Rankings. If you're looking forward to meeting people from across the world, Glasgow is a good bet as it holds a sizable number of international students and achieves a particularly high score for its student mix. Another interesting fact is that its alumni include 3 British Prime Ministers, 2 Scottish First Ministers, and the University of Glasgow itself is one of the oldest universities, having been found well over 500 years ago. So you'll quite literally be walking into places where history was made. Something to keep in mind is that there are substantial fees for international students, with the average fees being $21,100. However, the cost of living in Glasgow is still a lot cheaper than a lot of other cities, including London and the cities of the south. Glasgow is ranked 58th in terms of employer activity and 45th in terms of desirability. Another Scottish city ranking in the top 10 in the UK is the city of Edinburgh in Scotland. The University of Edinburgh is ranked 15th in the QS World Rankings and is one of the very many universities Edinburgh has to offer. While everyone knows how beautiful Edinburgh can be, a lesser known fact is that it suffered a low score because of high tuition fees for students outside Scotland, making it rank 77th in terms of affordability. Edinburgh places 35th in the world for employer activity this year, which basically means the city's graduates are highly respected amongst employers. In terms of desirability, it ranks 16th. The average fees for international students are a little higher than in cities such as London or Manchester at $21,200 per year. While you're at Edinburgh as a student, you're guaranteed to have a good time thanks to its massive annual events such as the Edinburgh International Festival and the New Year's Hogmanay Street Party. When you're tired of partying, there's much to see with its striking castles and pristine landscapes. And at number 1 is London. Surprise, surprise. But here's something interesting. Obviously, London is UK's most prominent student destination, but it's also amongst the top 5 in the whole world. London has more universities than any other city in the UK and also has 3 universities which feature amongst the top 50. London also houses 18 universities that feature on the QS World Ranking list. Another perk of studying in London is its diverse culture, with students and working professionals from all over the world. That also means you'll get a chance to try out traditions and cuisines from every corner of the world, including your own, when you get homesick. The average international fees at ranked universities is $21,200, making it 127th on affordability ranking, and it ranks 4th on employer activity ranking and 4th in terms of desirability. And like that wasn't enough, London has a very active nightlife, some of the best in all of Europe for that matter. Now, like you can see, studying in the UK can get a tad bit expensive, which is why it's all the more important for you to know what scholarships exist and how you can take advantage of them to reduce those bills. If you'd like to know more about this, all you need to do is click this.